So Dan Orlovsky thinks that Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in the 2026 NFL draft. And I don't care. I absolutely have no thoughts on who is the best QB. The thing that amazes me, however, is that how offended, how angered sports fans are nowadays. So an analyst gives his opinion about a quarterback and people go crazy. It's his opinion. It's one person's opinion. And this opinion just caused people to get triggered to oblivion. But who cares? Seriously, why would you care so much that would cause anger? It's a simple opinion. And I listened to the original argument that Orlovsky made about Ty Simpson, that he made more NFL throws than Fernando Mendoza, and Simpson is better throwing under pressure. He also does a better job keeping his eyes downfield. All right, those are Orlovsky's reasons, and who cares? Move on. But no, people got angry. Then strange conspiracy theories about ESPN trying not to allow Mendoza to get drafted by the Raiders so he can go to the Jets, which ESPN does not have that power over a front office to do something like that. And also they're trying to say that there's a conflict of interest because Orlovsky and Simpson are represented by the same agency. Hence, Orlovsky is getting paid to speak highly of Simpson to increase his draft stock, in which again, Dan Orlovsky has no influence at all with NFL front offices that put numerous resources into their scouting, making their own decisions. They are not listening to Dan Orlovsky. So that's fine if people think Fernando Mendoza is a top quarterback in the draft. The overwhelming majority of fans think this way. All right, fine, that's cool. That's also fine to think that Ty Simpson is a top QB. But anyways, what happened is that Fernando Mendoza, he became a media darling, somewhat of a media creation. Mendoza became someone that fans and talking heads can easily get attached to, as Mendoza had a lot of media coverage, which he had a great season, Heisman, national championship, all that. But that doesn't necessarily mean he'll succeed in the NFL. But for the past 9 months, whatever it may be, it's been etched into many fans' minds by sportscasters and sports media about how great Fernando Mendoza is, and that's fine if people like him. But why are they so angry and annoyed if someone doesn't think Mendoza is a top QB prospect? It just baffles me. The bigger thing is that no one knows who will succeed in the NFL at the QB position. And that's not a negative because no one knows who will become a franchise quarterback because how hard it is to scout the position, to understand the mental aspects and stuff like that, be able to process information and so forth. There's a few exceptions like Andy Reid, he's great. But anyways, so who cares if someone ranks a QB prospect higher than someone else? At least we'll be able to see what will transpire on the field.